If you think of Andromeda as the barista and it is your job to keep enough things in the fridge, enough things on the menu that are going to engage your client, I think that that is your best approach and really lean into creative. Stop and don't spend another single cent on advertising until you listen to this. I'm Marianne Amies. This is Ready, Set, Paid Ads, digital marketing for paid ad success. Let's go. Welcome back to another episode of Ready, Set, Paid Ads. Today, I want to talk to you all about Meta's new update, Andromeda. Andromeda has been coming into play in the last couple of months, and I've been doing a lot of reading up, a lot of experimenting and testing, and I really wanted to come out and talk to you about it as I can hear more noise in the market now with more people starting to talk about it as well. And it might have you questioning what it means for your ad campaign. Andromeda is a really interesting update, and it's definitely Meta's new wave of change. Andromeda, if you can imagine, is like having a seasoned barista who anticipate every regular's order before they even walk in. They notice when someone is in the mood to try something new. They remember who likes oat and who doesn't like dairy, and they even suggest a muffin when they know it might hit the spot. So as the ads manager now, you just have to keep the coffee machine running, the menu stocked with options, and Andromeda handles matching the right order to the right person at the right time. So when we think of how we have traditionally run ads, we have very much taken the lead in, I guess, the campaign and the ad setup. We've been very deliberate about who we target, when we target them, where we target them, what we're willing to pay for different audiences, what they look like. And we probably haven't put as much, stocking the fridge with options. We've had 3 to 4 different creatives. There's a time that Meta told us no more than 6 creatives in an ad set because it couldn't handle it or it wouldn't be efficient. This new Andromeda update flips the script. And in that example that I gave you, you can see Andromeda now, from a consumer perspective, is about being more closely matched with the ad I need to see at that time. So it's not just about, I looked at stationery on the internet and now I'm getting retargeted stationery ads. It might go deeper. It might go deeper and serve me creative that is about stationery for back to school because it understands that's where I'm at, or stationery with express post delivery because it understands that I'm running late, or it's sending me ads about school shoes because it realizes I'm not just looking for stationery for back to school, but I need all the back to school things. So there's a real AI backed intelligence to the new model that's going to allow for greater personalization for the end user. And I guess that then changes our role as ad managers and ad strategists as to where we need to focus our time. So the risk is we still obviously need to check the end result of what is being served to make sure it's right for our business. But the opportunity is to give over and let the system lead more of that matching of copy with creative. In the past, we definitely prioritized finished ads. We picked the headline and the copy that went with that image. And then maybe we tested that against different copy to the same image, or maybe we tested 2 different videos with the same copy. Whereas now we'll be uploading pieces, 5 headlines, 5 body copies, 5 different creatives. And the more different those creatives can be, the better. And we're allowing Andromeda to serve up the right combination to the right person at the right time. So this is also set to improve scalability in that those winning combinations can be found for us a lot quicker, and then we know what to back. So the change to Andromeda is definitely going to change your strategic approach. I don't think it's going to be the set and forget be all and end all. There's a lot of missing gaps, and I'll cover that in another episode. But I guess I wanted to give you some tips to really start to leverage Andromeda now, because that noise in the market is going to increase in the coming weeks and you're going to be confused about what you should be doing, who you should be listening to. So, my first tip for you is to get your objectives right. I mean, the campaign objective has always been one of the most important decisions of your campaign. And as you may know, you can't have a campaign with two different objectives. So, at the outset, picking the right campaign objective is going to be even more important because there's going to be fewer ways that we tell the platform what we want. The audience targeting side is really going to lean heavily into AI decision making and AI models. So we need to be able to feed it a lot of information in the areas that we can. So we're not just relying on it making decisions based on us not being clear about what we want. So getting your objective right means picking that right campaign goal. Is it awareness? Is it leads? Is it conversion? The system needs to know what success looks like. And as part of that, you need to ensure your tracking is in place. If it's leads or conversions, you need to be able to track via the platform when that happens so the platform has the information to optimize against. The next one is investing in quality creative. There has never been a time where creative has been as important as it is. You'll see a lot of media about creative being the biggest lever we can pull, and that has definitely been factual for the last, say, 6 to 12 months. But the change now is that the creative will almost be testing the audience in a way. So the audience will be broader and the connection to the creative will be what helps the platform identify the right type of people and get you in front of the right type of people. So we need really strong ad visuals, really good copy, really good hooks. We hear a lot about hooks, and a hook is about grabbing someone in that first 2 to 3 seconds. It's funny the amount of videos I'll get from clients where their hook or their start of their video is them saying, Hi, I'm Marianne from Wise Up Marketing. That's not a hook. That's just you saying who you are. That is not going to stop somebody scrolling. So often I'll find a piece in the video where they hooked and I'll edit that to the front. So it opens with, is Andromeda update threatening to throw away all your ad success? Hi, I'm Marianne from Wise Up Marketing. So, we want to get that juicy bit right out the front, that salacious bit. And that quality creative needs to be at a volume. I said before, Meta used to tell us no more than 6. Well, now we're getting told at least 10. And it's not 10 tweaks, it's not like we used to do it, like one image and the headline was at the top, but then the headline was at the bottom. I'm talking about different creative concepts. Example of that is we're currently building our ad campaign for the Business Builders Breakfast, which is a networking breakfast we hold in Sydney 3 times a year. So I've basically said to my team, I need 10 completely different examples of creative for this. And that's what we're working on. We're doing a FaceTime call between two business owners. We are doing one of those throw the box at someone and wait for it to appear. We're doing an ugly ad. We're doing an us versus them. We're doing the journey of booking a ticket. So we're doing the come with me as I check out a new networking event. So there's so many different creative angles that we are putting into this one campaign, one ad set to allow Andromeda to find the strongest one and then scale it. So that creative, that quality creative, that strategic creative is going to be so important. And then the last point is to review and optimize regularly. Obviously, we need to monitor our results, adjust our budgets. We can't set and forget, and I think the more that we hear about AI through, especially the Meta platform, it sounds like this utopia where one click, campaign goes out, don't look at it again. But honestly, it's not that. We definitely don't want to be touching our ads too often. And especially if you have a small budget, you need to give it time to get the wins on the board. If you're spending less than $50 a day, you really can't make any changes in the first, I would say 10 days, because there's not enough volume of information for the platform to optimize. You need to wait it out for the platform to reach that optimum level and be able to start making decisions at that point. But, what we want to be optimizing and reviewing is that creative, having a look, what's resonating, what's not resonating, making sure that the combinations are still making sense, making sure if you go and look at the age filter or the gender filter on your ads served, that it's making sense, because the algorithm and Andromeda, it's going to be making a lot of decisions, especially around audience. So you do want to go in and just check where your ad's being served, where your ad's being engaged with, especially if it's engaged and not converted, and just really be conscious if that makes sense for you. But monitoring and optimizing is still going to be a critical part of your weekly workflow when you're managing ads. So look, to wrap it up, I don't think Andromeda is anything to be worried about. I think Meta is currently promising life-changing results with Andromeda, and I would love to see that happen. I'm optimistic, but I think we need the time to settle in and see what it can do. If you think of Andromeda as the barista, and it is your job to keep enough things in the fridge, enough things on the menu that are going to engage your client, I think that is your best approach, and really lean into creative. So, before your next campaign, I want you to double check your objectives are right. Make sure you have enough creative stocked in that fridge, and then have a plan of how you're going to check on your results and make sure you're getting the most out of Andromeda. I would love to chat to you. If you have questions or concerns, feel free to reach out on LinkedIn or over Instagram. And I hope this is helpful, and look forward to talking to you again soon. That's a wrap on another episode of Ready, Set, Paid Ads. If you're looking for done-for-you services, training to upskill you in ads management, or free and paid resources to help you plan and execute better ads, head to wiseupmarketing.com.au. If you've loved this episode, be sure to subscribe for future episodes. And if you know someone that would love this podcast too, go on and share it.